They say if you choose your profession well, then you don't have to work for a single day of your life. And for the better part of my life, I came across this when I was in maybe junior high or high school, and it has kind of informed how I looked at my profession. But today, it's a Wednesday, and I thought I'd kind of share like a hack that I came across maybe 2 years ago about something in relation to finding your passion. Hi, my name is Karma Dendup, and today the letter that I've chosen is P. And what I wanted to talk about, like I shared just a moment ago, is about passion. Now, taking from what I just shared, that if you choose your profession well, then you don't have to work for a single day of your life. Until 2 years ago, when my eyesight started to go south, I have had the privilege and the good fortune of following my passion. I took my time with it. After my Nyandro practice in Tagana, then 2 years of teaching in Kotaka, I came back. My mom told me to go and complete my graduation. I completed my graduation from a film school in India, and after that I found myself back here in Bhutan. And even before I went down to film school, I took almost a year deciding what I wanted to do, and all roads led to filmmaking. So that's why most of you who have seen me in BBS, it was a fruit of my introspection and having looked for what I wanted to do. But from the earlier quote or saying that I shared about if you choose your profession well, then you don't have to work for a single day of your life. Having found my passion, having followed my passion, I can share that that's not completely true. And I'm sharing this out of experience because there were days when I didn't want to sit on the editing table. There were days when I felt not inspired to go on location to shoot the documentary that I was making. And similarly, I have had friends and even relatives who have also had the good fortune of following their passion. And one example I can think of is a friend who wanted to get in the hospitality industry, and he even started a hotel and he started to receive guests, and they were doing pretty well. But even in the midst of that, just like my example, there were days when he felt lazy. Sometimes it stretched on for weeks where he didn't feel like meeting the guests or even opening the shutters to his establishment. Now, the hack that I wanted to share with you guys, maybe it was, like they say, the necessity is the mother of all inventions. So maybe this hack or this insight came about because of what happened to my eyesight. But I realized that rather than listening to all the reels and all the videos and all the shorts about, finding your passion and being so obsessed with finding that one thing that you're good at, or that calling, or that thing that you were put on planet Earth for, I discovered a few years ago that to do everything passionately, you wake up in the morning, you can even, when you make your bed, make it like with passion, and make it like no one has ever made their bed. I, at home here, I do the dishes. That's my industry. I feel like that sets up a good example for my daughters, that they are not caught up in this typical role of a man being the breadwinner and not doing any of the household chores. So, and I can very proudly say that you won't find anyone, at least to my, I would make them, I would give them a good challenge if we were to have a competition about who does the dishes well. And I have my own hacks with regard to how I do the dishes as well, and how I minimize water use, and how I get the dishes clean. So the point being, without digressing, is that even when I do the dishes, I try to do it passionately. And I try to bring that passion to basically everything. Me and my wife, 2 years, I mean, we've been parents for over a decade now, but it was 2 years back that we sat down in one of our weekly meetings and we double clicked on the fact that yes, our profession is parenting, and we try to do the best that we can, just like most parents do as well. And maybe bring passion to parenting, maybe bring passion to being a husband, maybe bring passion to being a father, a son. If you're into gardening, bring passion to that. And the point of me saying this is, once you start doing things passionately, it's only a matter of time before you can assess what is that one thing that you like to do. I mean, like, which takes even less effort, when you don't need to bring an induced or a fake sense of passion to doing it. And a caveat here would be to share through experience that it's not going to be every day that you are going to be making your bed passionately or doing the dishes passionately, or there might be days when you lose your cool being a spouse or being a parent, which I feel is, in a realistic light, is also all right. I mean, from my video of C, when we talked about change, and when we reached the alphabet I and I spoke about impermanence, the magic or the balm of the fact of there being change, that change is the only constant. And in another light saying that the only thing permanent is impermanence, is the fact that just like good things can turn bad, bad things can turn good as well also. And that's what I wanted to share. So rather than being obsessed with finding that one thing that you are passionate about, do everything passionately as much as you can. And hopefully you will find that one thing that you would want to do, even if you're not paid for it, even if nobody is looking at what you're doing, and that would be what you can double down and double click on. So yeah, that's my take today, P for passion, and I hope this helps. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.